Hello, join me, Trudy, on my solo travels exploring the top things to do in Budapest, Hungary. Known as the Queen of the Danube, Budapest is a fascinating destination. The city lights up the banks of the river with historic gems of architecture, bridges, and World Heritage sites. The cross-cultural influences live on, from the Habsburg monarchy and Ottoman Empire. Budapest is also known as the world's spa capital, offering many thermal bathhouses. Continue on and discover why you should visit Budapest, Hungary.
So I'm getting ready to cross the chain bridge over to the Buda side, and I'm going to be going to the Buda Castle and the Fisherman's Bastion. Alright, so I'm taking the stairs up to the Fisherman's Bastion first, and then I'm going to walk on over to the Buda Castle. So, steps aren't too bad. The Bastion has 7 towers, and these towers that is symbolic of the original 7 chieftains that helped settle the Hungarian state here. And also, it was the Fishermen's Guild that saved Budapest from being sacked, so that's why it's called the Fisherman's Bastion. Alright, so I have made it to St. Stephen's Basilica, and it does open at 9 a.m., so I'm right about on time. And just a little bit of background, St. Stephen's was one of the original kings and that helped establish Hungary as a Christian state, and so this is dedicated to him. Okay. So this view is amazing, and we can walk all the way around. This goes all the way around. But this is the main reason I'm here. So of course we have St. Stephen's Tower there, and then that is the Buda Castle straight ahead. And then we have the other cathedral across the river alongside the Fisherman's Bastion over there. There you can see their large Ferris wheel. I think it's called the Eye. And there's their Statue of Liberty up there. Alright, there's an interesting... You can see that hot air balloon. I don't know if you can see it. today I'm going to be at Margaret Island, which is in the middle of the Danube between Buda and Pest. And it's just north, a little bit north of the Parliament building. So how you get there is, you see the bridge behind me, will be on there. And in the middle of the bridge is access to the island. In crossing this bridge, you see this other bridge that connects to Margaret Island. Alright, so we have a map here of the island, Margaret Island, and it's leaf shaped. We're starting here and going to the water fountain here, dancing water fountain. And there's rose gardens here, and then a health spa here, which I'm not going to today, but would love to go. And then there is a Japanese garden here. So the goal is to walk around the island, and from what I understand, it takes about an hour and a half. And I'll probably be making stops along the way. Yeah, they've got this running track. I believe it goes all the way around the island. So this is a runner's paradise. So there are some 13th century Dominican convent ruins here. So that's kind of cool. So I'll show you here. Wow, keeps going. Alright, so I'm getting ready to go into the central market here, and this is the most famous market in Budapest, and the building is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's open every day. That's the outside, and it's right next to the Green Bridge. The Green Bridge is right there. Alright, in Hungary you see a lot of what they call the chimney cakes. You'll see it's got a good line here. But they're basically hollow cakes, and they fill it with either ice cream. I got a small one and filled it with some Nutella. So we'll taste this chimney cake. I just take a video. Yeah. I just finished my early morning experience at the New York Cafe, and so you don't need reservations before 9 a.m. and by 7:30 there is a huge line. So I got here at 7:20 and got one of the last seats. And anyway, it is beautiful. It is known as the world's most beautiful cafe.
This memorial displays 60 pairs of iron shoes on the banks of the Danube. During Nazi occupation of World War II, many Hungarian Jews were executed here. The militiamen lined them up on the banks, requesting they take off their shoes before shooting them into the river. Horrifically, the shoes were spared because they were expensive during wartime.
So I am in the Jewish district, also known as District 7, and this is a very eclectic neighborhood with a very rich history. Before World War II, the Jewish population in Budapest was the second largest in Europe outside of Warsaw. And there's 4 synagogues here. I'll show you the largest one. And then it's also known for, oh gosh, there's so many international restaurants. And then there are ruin pubs, which is pretty much like it sounds. So we'll go there and have a beer and show you what that's all about. I'm standing in front of a reconstruction of part of the Ghetto wall. Now, for only 6 weeks, from the end of 44 to the beginning of 45, this was sealed off, and at least 10,000 Jewish people were murdered. I mean, that is mind-boggling in just 6 weeks. And so this is just a memorial to remind us and not forget. Wow. It just opened, so we've got it practically all to ourselves, but you can see it's just this massive old building that's been refurbished here. Yeah, this is so cool. And this was the original one. This is what inspired it. There's many in the area. All right, I'm crossing the green Liberty Bridge over to the Gellert thermal baths today. So it's going to be, it's raining out. I figured this would be a good day to go to health spa. So, in fact, it's just right across the bridge. Over there, Gellert. And from the Liberty Bridge, there's Statue of Liberty up on top of that hill. Interestingly, that Liberty actually is a leftover from the communism days. It's thanking Russia for liberating Hungary from German occupation after World War II. So I'll have to get a photo of that. There we go.
I discovered this cave church across the street from the spa on Gellert Hill. It also has a healing thermal spa as part of the church. The entrance is up on the hill, however, it's closed today.
All right, so I have arrived, and just to let you know that I did make reservations, and it's just 39 euros for all day, which is very reasonable. And then I'm also going to get a massage for 45 minutes. It's going to be 60 euro. That is not working right now. They have a smaller one up there, and they have a outdoor deck. I just wanted to point out, because it's totally worth it, for just 2 euros you could have this little locked cubicle versus just a locker, and it's just so practical and so worth every penny. I can't think of a better way to end this video of Budapest than to be watching the sunset on the Danube River. This has been a dream come true for me to be here, and hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And as always, if you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bon voyage!